Hello there.
So Spider-Man 4 is one of the craziest Marvel projects that I have ever reported on. Granted, I've only been reporting on this stuff for a few years now, specifically Marvel stuff as well, but nonetheless, I think it is just one of the absolutely craziest plots in terms of bouncing around and changes that we have ever had to cover on this channel, and that I've ever looked into as a Marvel fan, like looking into leaks and reports and stuff like that, because for this movie, there have been so many changes. There has been so much warring going on between Sony and Marvel, with both of them wanting drastically different scripts for the movie, wanting drastically different outcomes. You want Sony, who wants a multiverse movie. They see the dollar signs of Spider-Man No Way Home, and they say, we want to repeat that. Bring back the Spider-Man. Do a multiversal story. You have Marvel saying, we want to like follow the path that we started with Spider-Man No Way Home, with him having a more grounded street-level story involving potentially other heroes like Kingpin, like Daredevil. It seems like that's something they were setting up, was a big street-level war between Kingpin, who we now know is coming after the heroes, according to like Daredevil Born Again. We know that that was a plot point that was real. Spider-Man 4 originally was supposed to play into all that, with almost a big street-level war happening between various heroes, including Spider-Man and Kingpin. Well, Sony said scratch that. We want an entirely new multiversal film with the Spider-Man returning, and I have to give Sony credit. There's no denying that that's probably going to make more money than a grounded street-level Spider-Man 4 movie, but as we approach the filming of this movie and the release date, July of 2026, we're now getting a really solid foundation for what this movie is, and it seems like it's wedged perfectly between a multiversal movie and a street-level movie. Well, in this video, I am going to update you guys with the latest reports we have on this movie, including who the villain is most likely going to be, and it seems like we're going to have two different villains in this movie. We're discussing it all in this video. If you guys enjoy my Marvel content, consider subscribing, and let's get into it.
The Atomic Fair.
Alright, y'all, so first things first, let's just say that the black suit was supposed to appear in this movie, could still potentially be happening. We don't really know yet. We have heard so many things like Black Cat appearing in this movie, being played by Madeline Klein, and I still kind of feel like that's potentially real, considering, I don't know, this girl is just a damn bombshell. She is super smoking hot. If she's going to be in this movie, she's going to have to play some kind of important character, and we're having a lot of female cast members in this movie, including Sadie Sink also appearing in this movie. Rumors were that she was going to be potentially playing a Spider-Woman-like character. Well, now we are getting an idea of what this movie really is, considering that redacted guy just came out and said a lot of credible information about what this movie is set to be. Now, this is what he said, and he says, okay, here we go, take this with a grain of salt. Daniel Wu is currently the frontrunner for the role. Marvel Studios has concept art of Daniel Wu as Mr. Negative. Daniel Wu is currently the frontrunner for the role, but his decision hasn't been made yet. Peng Zhang is the fight choreographer for Brand New Day, best known for the choreography of Shang-Chi. Destin Daniel Crichton's one condition for taking on the film was getting rid of the multiversal plot and soft rebooting Spider-Man in the MCU. The film will be far more grounded with an emotional depth to it. The other Spider-Men who were originally going to appear in the multiverse version of the film will be making their return in Avengers Secret Wars. Massive news for this movie, and this seems like some of the most credible information that we have had for this film. Are we still seeing Michael Keaton's freaking Vulture return in this movie? That was a huge thing. One of the first real confirmations that we had for this movie. I'm still curious if that's going to end up happening, but it seems like we're going towards a Spider Island story, which was a story where essentially all of the people of New York, or a lot of the people of New York, ended up getting spider powers. It was set on Battle World. It had the Spider Queen as the villain, and I could really see this happening in the movie as well, with Mr. Negative being a smaller street level villain, and then somewhere halfway between the movie beginning and ending, so somewhere in the middle of the film, we wedge our way into a multiversal Battle World film, entering a Spider Island-like story with a bunch of different spider people. I could really see that being the potential plot for this movie, but the most interesting thing to me here is the idea of them soft rebooting the Spider-Man character. That makes so much sense for the character. They said this is going to be similar to what Thor Ragnarok did for the Thor character, and I think this is going to be basically Destin Daniel Crichton's way of saying, hey, I'm not doing these fucking crazy team-ups, Spider-Man always having some kind kind of mentor figure in the movie, and then just heavily referencing other Avengers stuff and things like this. I want to make this a grounded street level Spider-Man movie, focusing centrally on Spider-Man, where even though we may have some multiversal stuff happening in this movie, it's all going to center around Spider-Man's character. And I think the Spider Island story is a perfect way to do that, because in the Spider Island story, everything that happened in that story centered specifically around Spider-Man's character. Even though it was a multiversal film, even though it played into multiversal aspects, it still relied heavily on Spider-Man's character and primarily on Spider-Man's character. If we were to see a multiversal film that brought back the other Spider-Man and things like that, that could potentially just weed too close to Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars, and they could potentially be wanting to save these big returns for Avengers, Secret Wars as well. So the big updates that we have in this video are basically coming from the fact that this new Spider-Man movie is going to be a grounded story. It is going to be a soft reboot for the character, which is huge, and that it is also going to not feature the Spider-Man it was originally set to feature, with them returning in Secret Wars. So comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think about all of this stuff and all these huge updates for the Spider-Man character and for this video. That is all I got, guys. So until the next one, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.